we feature the 2025 season of the Cronulla Sharks, Brian. Many, many people optimistic to the point where people are tipping the Sharks. Some people, not all, of course, but are tipping them to win the competition. That wouldn't have been the case the last year or so, but this year they're saying, could this be the year of the fins up of the Shark variety I'm talking about? 2024, 16 wins, 8 losses, 4th on the ladder. So just 1 win behind the Penrith Panthers. The knock will be they didn't get so close to the big dogs, but there's a big gain, and that is Addin Fonua-Blake. And Hepapuru from the Raiders, geez, he was good in the All-Stars match.
Yeah.
They do lose Jack Williams, Royce Hunt, Sateni Tacoma, and Daniel Atkinson, he'll go next year in 2026. So they talk about windows. The window is ready right now for a premiership for the Sharks, Brian.
Yeah, it seems to be all the ducks are lining up in a row.
Yep.
And we saw one play on the weekend against Canberra of Addin Fonua-Blake. One play.
Yes.
When he went right foot, left foot.
Yep.
They could not stop him. We're going to see that all throughout this year. My only concern, now they've got depth everywhere. They've got strike everywhere. My only concern is their kicking game. I felt that against those big teams, their kicking game let them down.
Yep. They don't strangle you like a Mitch Moses can do,
like
or a Cleary can do, or
impatient.
Jerome Hughes can do.
Bit impatient with their kicking game. Like they'd kick it dead in the 7-tackle set, and it happened in that semi-final against Penrith where they were in the game.
Yep.
And there was 2, I remember, 7-tackle sets. You can't do that in big games.
No.
You can't do that against a good opposition. And the reason why Penrith have won those 4 in a row is because they don't get it wrong.
Well, the thing is, Fletch, just on that, and for the listeners, when you see a 20-metre restart, 7-tackle set, you think, okay, there's a little error, it cost them 20 metres. It can actually cost you about 5 or 6 minutes just in field position. Like you're just getting the ball back in your line for 5 or 6 minutes. It's that minutiae detail that hurts.
It's like being caught in a rip.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the analogy.
It is.
Where you just can't get out of it.
Yeah, and you pay the price, don't you?
Well, because you're swimming against the tide.
Yeah.
And you're tired.
Good analogy, bro.
Great analogy.
Yeah,
that just came to me.
Yeah.
So you can have your tide rises. I'm having the rip rises. Can you put that down? Whack that in there. I just need a horse story now.
Oh, well, you know who can rise the rip? Addin Fonua-Blake can take a lot of pressure off that.
Massive rip.
Give him more time on the front foot.
He loved the nippers as a kid. You should see him. He's way down there.
Brian Fletcher.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes, live on Fox. He's beaten one. He's going to score the try. Fletcher, who's got the look, he's got the hair. They're coming. Matt Reeks from behind, but he won't stop Fletcher. Fletcher under the post. Around the grounds we go, 2003. Top try, Brian.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well done.
There's a rip riser.
Back to, speaking of the Sharkies, what about Matty Reek? Couldn't he move? Not quick enough to catch you, Brian, though.
Nope.
Blake Brayley, everyone's thinking Blake Brayley's in for a big year. I can't argue with that. He won their Player of the Year last year.
As a ball player, and as Trindall and Nico Hynes, they've got it all set up for him because I don't think there's too many teams who've got better back rowers who run great lines than Nickera and Teague Wilton on either side.
Mate, I was at the local shops about 2 days ago. It was the day after the Sharks had played.
Hang on, had you been to the gym?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
What were you getting in said
I was
shop?
texting in my car, and then this hulking arm comes past me.
Hang on.
Not an ounce of fat, just ripped.
Yeah.
Cam McGuinness.
Oh, and you got Cam. You got the worker.
He doesn't do push-ups, Brian. He pushes the earth down. Cam McGuinness. Oh, he is tough.
Yeah, it's a good looking pack. Tommy Hazelton.
Yep.
Kafusi. Talakai. What do we do with Talakai? He's a perfect bench player.
Yep.
Perfect bench player.
What do you do with Sammy Stone Street? He's a first grader. He's an absolute first grader, but you've got Militalo and Katoa there.
You can't move them out.
No, you can't move
them. But they've just got backup. Daniel Atkinson. So if one of the halves go down, if Tricky, Trindall or Nico goes down, you've got a kid who we know can play at NRL level.
It's exciting times for the Sharkies, but I tell you what, this is a marathon. Will Kennedy is fullback. He needs to own this year. I just think the key to the Sharkies, I know people will say Nico, but the key to the Sharkies is that if they are to win the comp, Will Kennedy and or Braden Trindall need to be pushing for the Dally M positional awards, respectively.
Well, you're down in this area. What's the K Dykes?
Oh, Dykes coming back from injury now, so he's a star.
Has he done his knee again? Did he do it again?
Oh, I don't believe so. I hope she's
No. What I mean,
he did. He had last year. Last year was almost a write-off.
Twice.
Yeah.
In 2 years, he's had.
Yeah.
Well, he needs. Yeah, he gets a change of that because what we saw of him in the trials that would have been 3 years ago now.
Yeah. Very good, and his dad's a superstar down there. I tell you, if he wants some inspiration, look at Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy had 3 ACLs on the same knee, and look at him now.
Yep.
So there's plenty of time for Cade Dykes, and I hope it is his year in 2025. What is the ceiling for this side, Brian? Is there a ceiling? Can they win the comp?
I think they can win the comp. I can see them. I can picture them thereabouts.
Yep.
I just think about that game last year where they had them. They had the Penrith Panthers. In the end, the score blew out. And I think with 15 minutes to go, it was still 10-6 or 10-4, whatever it was. And they gave the 7 tackle sets, and that was just good night.
My tip for the Sharks is this. I just see the Sharkies in a prelim final.
Yeah.
And with 20 minutes to go in the prelim final, they are in the match to make it to a grand final. They're going to be that close. Can they get over the line? 20 minutes to go in the prelim. They are going to be alive in that game to make a grand final.
Good premonition. AFB, a lot of people are saying could be the signing of the year.
Could be. Tide risers and rip starters, says Lundy.
Good on you, Lundy.
Yeah.
I'm taking that. Boys.
We're talking about rip starters at the start of the show too, Brian.
Please tell me they're not saying fins up with the Sharks. We do not need to go down the Raiders clap road when they completely just stole it off another club. At least the Raiders went... Oh, I missed it.
From another code.
All right. Yeah, what do the Tigers do? What do the Sharks do?
Oh, they do the spirit fingers, don't they?
They do. Why don't they ever take the fins up? Because I know there's... because dolphins. Gotcha. And they've got fins. And they like having sex for pleasure. You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.